Another deadline passes. What's next at Aspen Heights?
Why a wetter Missouri won't help crops anytime soon.
And arming Mid-Missourians with knowledge to keep them safe. KOMU 8 News at 6 starts now.
From Studio 8A, coverage you can count on in high definition. This is KOMU 8 News at 6.
Another payday deadline passed with no pay in sight for a group of former Mid-Missouri construction workers. Good evening, I'm Megan Maleris.
And I'm Jim Rick. Thanks for joining us. The workers were brought in to work at the Aspen Heights student housing apartments in Columbia, but they never got paid. KOMU 8's Danielle McCarthy is live at the construction site with the details. Danielle?
I talked on the phone with Aspen Heights today. Its PR director told me that all KOMU 8 News.
Well, we had a rather gloomy day across mid-Missouri today, and as you can see, that cloud cover is continuing.
Thanks, Tori. The recent tragedies at Sandy Hook Elementary School and in Aurora Movie Theater have generated a continued nationwide discussion on gun safety.
So Columbia police have begun weekend active shooter and violent intruder training classes that you can go to. KOMU 8's Marie Mandelberg tells us what the officers want you to know.
Like everyone else did.
KOMU 8 News, Columbia.
Warner says he wants this training in schools as well, and for more information on what to do during an active shooter situation, you can visit our website, KOMU.com.
Columbia Public Works is making the search for a parking meter downtown a little more colorful. The department is painting downtown parking meters different colors to indicate the maximum amount of time people can park there. A former parking task force official says the color-coded meters will make parking downtown more convenient.
The whole idea here is to make parking in downtown Columbia more convenient. We hope that by color coding our meters, it will allow motorists to quickly recognize the amount of time they can park at a particular spot so they don't have to get out of their car, walk around to the meter and read the information on it.
Columbia Public Works says it plans to paint all downtown meters by August.
The trend of online education continues to grow. MU announced today it's investing $2.5 million into the online Mizzou program. It will add 16 online programs like a graduate degree in public health. There will also be 25 new undergraduate courses. Students will not be required to have transfer credits to enroll in these classes. This will bring the total to nearly 90 programs. They will be up and running either this fall or next spring. The investment money comes from an online tuition reserve collected over the past 2 decades.
We've not done the actual calculation of return on investment. We do know that based on enrollment that we'll be able to generate tuition revenues, and we expect, but until we get the programs up and running and have a good understanding of what the strength of interest is going to be across the state, it's really hard for us to predict.
Tuition for the online classes is the same as tuition on campus. The university has online students in 48 of the 50 states.
A new bill under discussion in the Missouri Senate could lessen restrictions on public breastfeeding. Current state law says women who breastfeed in public must use, quote, as much discretion as possible. However, the new bill would remove that phrase from the law and emphasize that breastfeeding is not sexual conduct or indecent exposure. The bill also would exempt nursing mothers from jury duty. Missouri is off to a wetter season so far.
Yes, it is, yet experts aren't convinced of its effects. That's coming up.
Coming up, not all problems are bad. Find out how you can help the food bank solve theirs.
And some warmer temperatures are on the way for the weekend, as well as a chance for some rain. I'll have more on that in my full forecast coming up in just a little bit.
Now, your live Doppler 8 First Alert weather.
Welcome back. Maine is one of the states getting hit the hardest by the blizzard sweeping through the region. Take a look at this video this morning of a 19-vehicle crash on the interstate. Authorities say a car spun out of control and 5 others collided with it north of Falmouth. Soon, 13 vehicles were soon involved, making the pileup a total of 19. The highway was shut down for about 4 hours, causing a backup for miles. Wow. 2 minutes.
49 degrees in 2 minutes?
That's a quick wardrobe
That's a
change.
microwave. All right, Tori, thank you very much. Speaking of the weather, we've had more rain this year than at this time last year, but that certainly doesn't mean the drought is over.
KOMU 8's Nicole Cartmel explains what this could mean for upcoming crops.
This time of Clark.
Soil scientist Randy Miles says it could take up to 2 years of average annual precipitation to recharge the soil.
A cry for help from the food bank.
After the break, see why it's happy to have the problem.
The food bank for Central and Northeast Missouri is asking for extra volunteers this week. More than 400 volunteers are on board, but that's not enough. KOMU 8's Madison Allowell is live at the food bank to tell us why.
I'm here at the food bank. We're in Northeast Missouri. Reporting live, Madison Allowell, KOMU 8 News, Columbia.
Drivers in northwest Missouri, Buchanan County, need to drive more carefully. Someone is stealing street and highway signs. They say more than 40 signs disappeared last week. Police say whoever is stealing the signs is likely using a hay bale sticker to lift the signs out of the ground. They fear the thefts could cause a serious accident. City of Columbia launched a new website for the airport today. This as the airport prepares for Delta service to end and American service to begin next week. The city says the website was due for major enhancements. The upgrades include a new look, flight status information, plus the flight schedules. It's also mobile friendly for the smartphone users. The city also switched to an in-house server instead of using a third party, which will save the city about $600 a year. The St. Louis Cardinals home is getting a makeover. Started today, the first phase of the ballpark village broke ground. The project includes 100,000 square feet of retail and entertainment space. Cardinal fans say they hope the new area will be a centerpiece for downtown. The entire project will span 7 blocks. The Cardinals say the first phase should be ready for next year's opening day.
The True False Film Festival is less than 3 weeks away, and within the past hour, organizers announced this year's full schedule. This year's film festival runs from February 28th to March 3rd. It's the True False Festival's 10th edition. You can see the entire True False Film Festival schedule on our website at KOMU.com.
Mizzou is the only top 25 team without a road win. What Coach Haith is saying next in sports.
Now from the Ford Sports Desk, KOMU 8 Sports with Eric Blumberg.
If you look across the country, and it's traditionally most teams play better at home than they do on the road. So we're no different than any other team in the country.
Hey everyone, my plan is to go to commercial break.
Welcome back. A Les Miserables parody featuring South Korean military recruits is now a viral video with more than 1.6 million YouTube views in just 3 days. The video was made for $900 by 80 South Korean Air Force recruits. It evokes the daily struggles of recruits in a country where military service is mandatory for able-bodied men. During their service, they are cut off from their families, girlfriends for months at a time.
Coming up on KOMU 8 News at 9 and 10, new information on Ryan Ferguson as the family tries a new method to clear his name.
And we'll take a look at the potentially historic snowstorm in the Northeast as it drops large amounts of snowfall across the region. Join us at 9 and 10.
And here's a quick recap of your weather. Tonight, we'll have that cloud cover. Stick around with us. We'll be sticking around with temperatures in the mid to lower 30s. We'll bottom out right around 27 degrees around sunrise tomorrow morning. But for tomorrow afternoon, things are looking a little bit better than they were today. We'll top out at 52 degrees. A little bit more sunshine for us.
That's our time for now. Thanks for joining us.